80s baby, pizza rolls in my fish grease. Blah. Dicky straight from the swap meet. Swag. And the fresh crease white tee. I got it. Yeah, my black and white Chuck tees. Ho.
All right, y'all. So we're going to go ahead. Like I said, it is May 16th, Sunday. All the teams are playing today. We got a huge game slate. So we're going to go ahead and keep it pushing. Just remember, when it's you against the sports book, the bucket list got your back.
Yes,
we in this
sir.
shit. We about to get it popping with our next game on the slate, which is the Los Angeles Clippers visiting the Oklahoma City Thunder. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
Last night they had it at -8.5 for the Clippers.
Oh man, Cody, what are they saying today, and what do you think about that game?
Today I have it at. My apologies. I have it at -8 for the Clippers, and I currently think OKC really doesn't have much to play for. The Clippers, they really don't have much to play for, but I still feel like they have a better chance. I wouldn't go with the spread here, but I definitely go with the Clippers money line.
Definitely. I like the Clippers in this game as well. Just a more talented team, a little bit more to play for. As far as fantasy, I dropped my phone. Sorry, as fantasy impacts go, Mekhi Flynn, man. Mekhi Flynn. Make sure y'all take a look at that young bull today. We'll go ahead. Jay Reeves, who you got in that game?
I got the Clippers in this game covering the spread. It's just all around better team, better bench, so better coaching. I'm going with the Clippers here.
All right, yeah, man. We're gonna go ahead and keep it pushing to the next game on today's slate, which is the Miami Heat taking on Jay Reeves' least favorite team, the Detroit Pistons. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying about it?
Last night they had Miami at -5.
All right, today it is sitting at the exact same thing. So give us your pick.
I'm just going with Miami here. I mean, Detroit is ass. You guys all know that. We all know that. So Miami, just keep it moving.
Yeah, man. I think Miami goes here, and I also think Bam has a big game today. Bam! I think Bam has a big game today, so I'm going to go with Miami with that generous line at only 5 points. I could see them winning by at least 6. So, Cody, what do the numbers tell you about that game?
The numbers tell me that this is going to be a super slow game, and Detroit sucks anyway. -6 Miami.
All right, man. We'll keep it pushing to the next game on the slate where we have Luka Doncic and the Mavericks visiting Karl Anthony Towns and the Timberwolves. I haven't picked an underdog all day. I've been taking everybody, even with minus the points. Jay Reeves, what was this point sitting at last night?
It was sitting at -8.5 for Dallas last night.
Well, it's currently at -6.5, and even at 8 or 6, I think this is going to be the game that moves me to choose the underdog, and I am going to go with the Wolves in this one. Timberwolves by +6.5. Cody, what are the numbers saying?
I have Dallas -7. I think this might be one of those iffy ones, though, because of the play-in situation. So it might cause Dallas to actually play a lot more and a lot better than normal. So I think I'm going to take Dallas here -7.
Yeah, even with Dallas playing above their skis, I do think that they always seem to need to win the game with some lucky Luka stuff. So that's even in some close games against some worse teams. So I'm going to still side with the Wolves. Jay Reeves, are you going to break the tie on this one?
No, it looks like you're going to be long wolfing it on this one. This game to me actually has blowout potential, and I actually put together a parlay with the Clippers and Dallas, both to cover their point spreads, and I took it just straight up on the parlay, so that's part of one of my bets today.
All right. And you took the Clippers in Dallas in a parlay. Earlier you had mentioned that you had taken Atlanta, Philly, and Brooklyn in a parlay. We could dive a little bit deeper on those after we finish this slate of games, which brings us to our next slate of games. We're going to go with the Utah Jazz. Will they give the Sacramento Kings the blues? We'll keep it pushing. Jay Reeves, what is Vegas saying?
They had it sitting at last night, sitting at minus 10.5 for the Utah Jazz.
Well, it's at minus 9.5. My goodness, I want to let you know the last time this game happened, I jokingly said that Utah is one of the most efficient offensive team in the league, and the Kings are the worst defensive team. I jokingly said Utah might go for 150, and I undersold Utah. They went for 156 against this team. They have the over-under on this game sitting at 222.5. I would take every bit of the over. I do believe that Utah goes about 130 tonight. Big win. They'll cover the spread. I'm going to go Utah all the way through with this one. Jay Reeves, what do you think about that?
I'm in agreement with you there. I think Utah blows these fools out one last final time and call it a season.
Yeah, Cody, do you have a reason to defer with that?
Nope. All across the board, Utah.
Yeah, I mean, do you see anything with the numbers that you might want to lay something hefty on this over under? Like, so if Utah gives up 130, they only need like 92 points from 93 points from Sacramento to go over on this number. Do you think they go over on the number? Sacramento's a terrible defensive team.
Yeah, I think they go over because Sacramento also is a real fast-paced team, so it's going to be a lot of points scored, but they're going to be on the losing side of it.
Yeah, Jay Reeves, that might be the third leg of your LA Clippers and Dallas parlay. You might need to throw an over in there. I know you don't fuck with the over under a ton. I need to throw an over in on that game line. I'm pretty confident about it, but it's your money, so do what you want with it. We're going to keep it pushing into the next game. We got the Los Angeles Lakers going down to the NOLA, and they're going to play the Pelicans. Who you got in this one, Jay Reeves?
Well, I wasn't able to get this number last night, so I have it at 10.5 for the Lakers. I don't know, man. This game is not really too tricky. Anthony Davis going back home. I think they're trying to stay out of the play-in game. I believe that's still a possibility for the Lakers. I think the Lakers pound these fools.
Yeah, I think they stay out of it with the combination of Warriors loss, Portland loss, and freaking Memphis or something, possibly a Dallas loss or something. I forget. There's a few scenarios where they stay out of the play-in in all in general. However, I think like as a strategic thing, I think it might be better for the Lakers to go into the play-in because I think they'll be able to beat most of those play-in teams in a one-game winner-takes-all series. And then I think they'd prefer to have Utah or Phoenix early in it because if they get that 6th seed, man, they're going to come in and get like the Clippers and then like, the Nuggets and then possibly the Phoenix or Jazz and, possibly, it's just going to be a much more tumultuous ride as if they just come in and just take a team that they match up better with in Utah or Phoenix. I'm going to think the Lakers win today. It's obviously contingent on what's going on with Schroeder and LeBron and AD, but yeah, there's a ton of vengeance in this game with Brandon Ingram and all these Lakers and former Pelicans sitting on each sideline. Cody, what do you think about that game? You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I think with this game that I have it at minus 11, and right now I don't know if it's worth it for the Lakers to actually play the fight to win this game because, again, like you said, if they get 6th seed, they're probably having a way harder route. So I think maybe strategically they should lose this game, but I think they're probably going to come out and make a statement. So I think I'm taking the Lakers minus 11.
Yeah, I mean, speaking about coming out and making a statement, that Phil Schroeder came out the woodworks last night and just said, I'm the only person on the team that hasn't been vaccinated. It was like, nigga, nobody asked you. Like, nigga, nobody asked you. But yeah, that's just a piece of information. He offered it up, so I'm offering it up to you guys. Nobody really cared. Nobody asked for it, but I gave it to you, much like Schroeder. We're going to go into the next game of the day, and maybe Jay Reeves might have cause for flex on this game because it is like pretty much a close pick-em type line. Are you going to flex in your Bulls jersey? I don't know what the hell that was. It was nasty, but I like it, man. We're going to go ahead and give the Milwaukee Bucks visiting Chicago Bulls. I got this currently at -1.5 for the Bucks and plus 1.5 for the Bulls. Cody, can you look at the standings on the Eastern Conference and let me know if like maybe they're sitting people today or like are they locked in at their spot? Is there a reason for the Bucks to want to win? And then while you're doing that, I'll let Jay Reeves make his pick for the game.
Yeah, man. So last night too, they didn't have this number up. I woke up this morning, it was sitting at -2 for the Bucks, and you said now it's at -1, -1.5. Something fishy's going on there. It almost seems like they may be sitting Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah. Yeah, if it's a pick'em game, man, like Giannis swings Vegas a lot. With Giannis possibly sitting, Jay Reeves, which way you leaning?
This is kind of wild because I feel like Zach LaVine's a little banged up. I think I'm going to have to go out here on a high note, man. I'm going to have to go with the Chicago Bulls in this one, man.
Why not?
Why not?
Why not? Why not? You know, I got my pick with Washington earlier.
Somebody got to.
If not now, then never, man. If not, man, there is hope for the future for your Bulls, man. Young Kobe White gonna get bigger and better. Zach LaVine and Vucevic gonna come through to a weaker and well, who knows what the Eastern Conference will look like next year, but I do believe they'll be one of the prominent teams in that. With that being said, Milwaukee by a dozen tonight. And I see no other reason to play it, like even without Giannis. If Drew and Brooke go out there and even Cash Money Middleton, I think it's going to be a long day for the Chicago bullshits. Cody, who you got in that one? Milwaukee versus Chicago.
Now I like Milwaukee a ton in this game. I have it at -3 for Milwaukee. This is going to be again another fast-paced game. And currently, based on the standings, if Brooklyn loses and Milwaukee wins, it could be a possible battle for 2-3. It could be a flop. So Milwaukee could go into 2. So they do have something to play for. So that would make me wonder if Giannis is going to play.
The whole thing with that being said, Cody, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but Brooklyn plays earlier in the day. Is that correct?
Yes, I believe so.
Oh, so maybe they could be scoreboard watching and then catch them, you know, and not even have to play people. So that does make a ton of sense. I'm still sticking with Milwaukee. Cody, give me your pick.
I'll pick Milwaukee -3.
I mean, yeah, because they might have it wrapped up, but then there's that chance that they don't. And if they don't, then they're going to play all their studs, and it's going to be a hell of a night in Chicago. It's going to be real windy out there. Man, we'll go ahead and keep it pushing. This next game has Western Conference playoff implication and play-in implications. I don't believe that the Nuggets can go up or down with this win or loss, but Portland needs it to stay in the play-in game above the Warriors. I didn't really articulate that well, but you guys get the gist of it. We got Denver visiting the Portland Trailblazers. Cody, give me the numbers on that.
All right, I have that game at I currently have that game at Portland -12.
Woo.
I think that's a hefty number, but yeah. I don't know Denver's got anything to play for in this, so I'm going to say Portland. I picked Portland on the money line, not to cover the spread.
Man, Portland on the money line, not to cover the spread. They do got us getting walked out here. I think they might know something we don't know. This is a slight revenge game for my boy Carmelo Anthony, who has recently entered the top 10 all-time scorers. Shout out to Carmelo Anthony. Even though my love for him goes deep, it's not as deep as it goes for the Nuggets. I'm going to take the Nuggets and that will be fortunately one of my couple underdogs I chose today. So I'll take the Nuggets proudly in that one. Jay Reeves, break this tie. Cody got Portland. I got the Nuggets. Who do you got and why?
Last night they had Portland at -8.5, and that was the number to really jump on. -12 against the Nuggets. That's a fat number. That's like you got to.
I have it at Blazers -9 on FanDuel, anyways. So Cody gets different numbers and weighs them and whatnot. But mine's at -9 for Portland. If that moves you at all, go ahead.
It's something fishy going on there, man. So, but I think I'm gonna have to roll with Portland -9. I feel like Portland's gonna play all their dudes, and Denver may play none of their dudes. The way this line is looking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, well, I mean, they have been resting MPJ. They asked the Serbian dad bod God if he wanted to rest, and I think he said no. And I think that translates to Serbian and English. So, I mean, we all know what he's talking about. He ain't gonna say. Go ahead.
So, and to put more into it, the Clippers and the Nuggets right now are tied. So, if the Clippers win and Nuggets lose, then the Clippers are third and we're fourth. But right now we're third, so we have to win. Otherwise,
Otherwise, we could be seeing, we could be seeing LA in the first game. Yeah, so
I don't know. That kind of changes everything for me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
why is the line so funky? Like this should be more of a pick 'em and not like. I'm gonna have to go with the Nuggets, man. I'm changing my pick. I ain't never done that before. I'm changing my pick.
Wow. Yeah, man. I think the Denver got to get it, man. And not only just that, if they're going to give me the points and I'll give you my money, I'm going to go in heavy for Denver tonight. Even if they don't win, they're not going to lose by that much. Like,
could it be a strategy? Sorry to cut you off again. Could it be a strategy?
Stop apologizing, man. These sports books is unapologetic, man. They don't care when they be whopping your ass. Stop apologizing. Get them hot takes off, Cody. What are you saying, man?
So the Portland Trailblazers are also in the 6th seed. So could it be a strategy for them to try to lose to get into the play-in games to avoid having to play the Nuggets in the first round?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tough, man. But that would be a short straw for the Nuggets to draw. Like, here you go, congratulations, you're the 3rd seed. You're the 4th seed. Here's Andre Drummond, Anthony Davis, and LeBron. You know what I'm saying? Like here you go. You're welcome. Here's the defending world champions. That's a tough That's a tough shake for them. But that's just when the Nuggets going against the playoffs, but when it's you going against the sports book, the bucket list.
Perfect.